Hola, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas a todos, bienvenidos a ELEX, estamos en el gameplay número 125, vamos a continuar. Y ahora toca investigar todo este tema, que bueno, vamos a ver qué esconde o qué nos da o qué nos depara. Exactamente estamos en el mapa. Aquí hay misión, o sea, aquí vamos a hacer algún tipo de misión, seguro, porque además me suena, pero no tengo ni idea. Eso. Un segundo, vamos a grabar y vamos a hablar ahora con él, ¿vale? Todo lo que sea robar ahora mismo, tío, me viene que ni pintado. Bueno.
What is it you want? It's prayer time, so make it quick.
What is this place?
Here, we bring peace and honor to those who refuse Kalan. For only an honorable death can bring salvation. Only an honorable death can purify a tainted soul. And so, I bring honor to the souls who break Kalan's commandments.
Searching through databanks.
You need to get that thing reprogrammed. It's faulty.
Search complete. It is 0. Results regarding a life form named Kalan. Found. Ending search process.
¿Así, sin más? No, pero aquí hay misión fijo. Jope, en serio, de verdad. Vaya chasco, tío. Vamos, juraría que aquí había misión, en serio, ¿eh? Pero bueno, obviamente he estado equivocado. A ver, podemos hacer un poquito el parias yendo por ahí, a ver. No, menos mal. Ni dónde he acabado.
Any asshole caught stealing will be sent to the suggesters.
Why do you assume everyone wants to steal from you?
I have my reasons. And I have to look after my stocks. We're low on resources here. And sure, it would be great if every acolyte could get the armor we make for paladins, but my supplies are limited. Only those who have acquired that rank can get that reward. And you, my friend, will not get anything from me. You are not a cleric, and you will never be one. You forfeited your right to be one.
Vale, pero me gustaría robarte. Para un poco. A todo esto vamos a... Que esto mola, ¿eh? Esto mola. Pero me gustaría... ¿Balder? Bueno, me gustaría saber si este tío para en algún sitio para... Vale, va a entrar ahí dentro, ¿eh? Seguimos a lo nuestro entonces de mientras y ya está.
You do know why that is right. Can't you remember anything?
Yes, I remember. Balder makes sense of everything. He is very wise.
I won't argue with that. I don't really want to have to go and see Balder myself.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Nothing. Just forget what I said. I believe in the just nature of Kalan. And Balder sees that Kalan's work is done.
Yes,
Casa de los sugestionadores. todas formas, lo primero para mí es esto, siguiendo un poquito el orden de lo que estoy haciendo. Archivo es esto.
Initiating area scan. Building identified as the cathedral.
Halt. State your business. Only officially authorized personnel may enter. The archives are sacred stores of knowledge. Our faith preserves us, and we preserve the wisdom of our ancestors.
What wisdom?
The scriptures, the writings, the texts, the foundation of our faith, and old world manuals that support our technology. Here the worthy study. Here the worthy learn. And unless you're worthy, you aren't coming in.
Yo soy muy digno, muy digno.
Then don't let me... Kalan...
What do you...
Everything that brings us closer to our goal.
What does that mean?
It means passing Kalan's tests. Kalan only takes those who are pure, and so to preach his words, we must be the purest of all. And knowledge, facts, interpretation, and analysis are the purest form of all devotion. And science is the purest of all the forms of study. It brings clarity to the mind. To achieve purity of the soul, we must understand ourselves. The berserkers and the outlaws will never have the discipline for that. They live in the moment. We have committed ourselves to the future. May Kalan open the infinite skies for us all.
Pues vamos a ver.
Do you also study the old world?
Of course. If we repeat the mistakes of our ancestors, it could lead to another catastrophe. That is one of the reasons why we only task those with the strongest wills to study. Who knows what corrupting influences these artifacts could have?
Where do you get the material to study?
It takes persistence and luck. We send out our reclamation squads to search old world ruins. First, the selected area has to be pacified. As soon as that is done, we begin salvaging the valuable pieces and bringing them here.
How can I get on a reclamation squad?
You can't. We have specialists for that work. Trust me, you wouldn't want to. Halt. Stay.
How many?
Until you understand that only... Then don't allow...
Ah, igual le puedo robar,
Halt.
Jope.
That Kalan... I advise... Halt. Then Kalan...
Bueno, a ver, tal vez puedo enfrentarme a él, pero no sé yo si esto es meter mucha chicha. Viene, que viene, que viene. Reinhold.
So, here is the wanderer I have heard about. You've heard of me? I know everything that happens here. So much so that some have taken to calling me the Eye of Kalan. I am Reinhold, Judicator. I stand watch for all those in the Horde. And the Horde stands as the guardian for all of Magalan. Such a duty requires vigilance. It means I must ask of everyone who comes here.
Amigo.
Are you friend or foe? Do you come here to gain the blessings of the clerics, or to oppose us?
Estaría bien esto por saber a ver qué narices pasa, ¿eh? Pero ¿qué pasa? Que ¿Os acordáis que William dijo que como les traicionara en algún momento, pues que nos las podíamos ver y desear? Así que, como tampoco tengo intención de saberlo, o sea, no tengo intención de unirme a estos, lo hacemos así, ya está.
Well, if that is the case, then trade, explore, meet our people while you are here, and may Kalan offer you guidance as you do. May your time in the Horde be peaceful and productive.
Tell me about the other Judicators.
Judicator Johann fell on the battlefield. His is the highest honor. May Kalan have mercy on his soul. Judicator Ulbricht is responsible for the defense of Edan.
Ese le conozco, yo creo, a Ulbricht.
Outside its borders. His is the grave duty of overseeing the war against the Owls. If you have any intelligence that might help him in his duties, you will find him in the upper halls of the cathedral.
Tell me more about the clerics.
What would you like to know?
What's happening in the city?
Kalan is wise, but mysterious. Through the prophet Arvid, he warned us of the comet and the downfall of our world. He laid down the foundations for the clerics out of the ashes of the old civilization. To Kalan, knowledge and wisdom are sacred. It is through knowledge and understanding that we can find our way to the infinite skies and a true understanding of ourselves.
Infinite skies?
A place of true enlightenment and salvation. Kalan teaches us that the comet's fires will not be the only challenge we face in our quest for survival. If we are to save the people of this world, we must teach them Kalan's ways, that we must work together and gather all the knowledge we can. Because when the next catastrophe strikes our world, only those who have been prepared will survive.
Where did you get your technological knowledge?
Arvid himself left behind this knowledge. The gathering of old world knowledge, and the order to further it, was his greatest gift to all who have followed him. It has given us the machines that allow our way of life to continue. It has given us the technology we need to be ready for the next challenge we face. So, as you see, science and religion do not have to be mutually exclusive.
Tell me how promotion works within the Horde.
People who are new to our ranks are welcomed as an acolyte. Acolytes can learn the art of suggestion, train and learn the fundamentals of our way of life. The same applies for our legates and paladins. Each new rank brings new advantages, obligations, and privileges such as equipment.
So, who are you, the welcoming committee?
I am a Judicator. I oversee everything in the Horde, from punishment to initiation.
Vale, pues te voy a robar. Dan pasta estos, ¿eh? El Ulbricht este que creo que vamos a encontrar aquí, creo que se me lo he encontrado ya en algún lado, ¿eh? Vale, no es una habitación cerrada, con lo cual voy a intentar seguir un orden porque si no me voy a acabar liando. ¡Ostras! Baluarte de Kalán. ¿Eh? ¡Es un escudo! Un segundito. No, está en armas. ¿Que me lo puedo? Bueno. Bueno, pues... obviamente es mejor que el escudo de puño de hierro. Tampoco es que sea... no, realmente es que es el mismo, realmente. Lo que pasa es que uno hace resistencia a los relámpagos y el otro resistencia al veneno, pero... absorben exactamente el mismo daño. Va, tío. Venga, hombre. ¿Qué tal, tío? Y a ti te voy a robar. Mira, mesa de trabajo tenemos aquí incluso. Susurro dorado. Acceder a real. Son las hierbas estas típicas que no hay... que no es para nada sencillo de conseguir. Pero para nada, vamos. Acceder a real. Y susurro dorado, por lo dicho. Eso es muy, muy complicado conseguir estas hierbitas, ¿eh? Ahí está. Ahora le vamos a robar. Por cierto, ahí es donde hemos estado, ¿no? No es donde... sí, ahí es donde mató el verdugo. Vamos a intentar coger esto. Bueno. Claro, esto es fácil decirlo, pero a ver cómo narices me encuentro yo puedo ver aquí desde aquí. Jope. Vamos a hablar con él, a ver.
Now, there is a face that shows the world as it is. Conflict, friendship, betrayal, and trust. Let me get a look at you. Whatever you have seen, you are free of it now. You've reached us here. An owl drone. An interesting piece of salvage. It appears to be in need of an overhaul. Or replacement.
It sounds like you're trying a sales pitch on me.
Oh, faith sells itself. But sometimes it helps to point people in the right direction. Tell me what you want.
The clerics say that they are leading the fight against the Alps. But do you really expect you can beat them with the forces you have here in the Horde?
Faith is a weapon that can achieve much. I believe in Kalan. I believe in the technology he's given us, and in the men and women who carry it. We clerics were the first of the factions to rise after the ashes of the Comet, and while other alliances have come and gone, we have prevailed. So, we shall continue to do so, if it is Kalan's will that we should do so. But, if you ask me if we can hold out against the Berserkers, the Outlaws, and the Albs, then I would ask whose interest would the destruction of the Horde serve? And the answer can only be the Albs. You've seen them. The converters they build on our lands. The will of Kalan shall be made real. We will drive them from the converter in the north, and from the lands of all the free people. The clerics shall prevail, and I hope that other factions can realize this in time to save themselves.
You need to find someone to unite the factions.
We must work together if we are to survive. But we must work together with Kalan to lead us all. We must find a way to persuade the other factions to agree to work with us. Then together we can destroy the Albs. I need an ambassador for this task. Someone who can take my proposals to the other factions. But to know if you are suitable for this role, I must know who you are. And I need an honest answer.
I don't know who I am now, but I was Jax, an Alp commander.
And you walk in here and confess that? Since when do Albs come to talk? Are you lying? Or are you here to kill me? Draw your weapon here, and this cathedral will be a grave to both of us.
I'm not here to kill you. I was Jax. Now, I'm trying to find out who I am.
Then, you have renounced the hybrid and joined the Free People?
I am free from ELEX. I'm exiled from the Ice Palace. I was betrayed, and now I'm being hunted by my own people.
So you are here seeking protection? To save your own skin? Or have you really escaped the ELEX and seen the life there is outside Zekor? Commander Jax, the Alb, standing here. That is not something I would have believed. Yet, here you stand.
I was a wanderer. Now, I seek a cause.
Well, whoever you were shouldn't matter. The present counts for all, and yesterday for little. Kalan says the past is there to teach us, not judge us. Renounce your past, and you can come to Kalan in wisdom. That will take courage. And in these bleak days, courage is vital if we are to save this world. But you must have questions. Ask, and may Kalan bring you enlightenment.
Are the Alps still attacking the Horde?
It has been some time since their last major assault. But I'm sure you know that already, Commander Jax. The attacks we suffered took too many brave souls. Souls who would have been better improving Magalan than lining graves. The death of Judicator Johann was a particular shock. But for the price that was paid, there was one exacted, and the Albs haven't attacked us in such strength again. Well, that is my hope. They could simply be massing for a bigger assault. We've had time to retrain, regroup, but it is hardly a secret that we are short of personnel. So, if you are here working for the Albs, you'll see nothing that's not known already. And we know that the Albs have used the time to entrench themselves deeper at that damned converter of theirs. Perhaps securing that was the extent of their plans, or perhaps they're just waiting for us to attack it before they strike again.
What do you know about the Alp forces? The most recent information I have is that Commander Uruk has 3 garrisons supported by fighting machines and colossi.
Then I can only hope they haven't brought up any more reinforcements.
Will you wait for an Alp attack or strike first?
The converter has to be taken.
No sé si lo que estoy haciendo esto es una misión primaria,
It's the only way to free Ignadon, and the longer they sit there, the more time they have to prepare. We need to attack the converter, but it will take a major offensive. and that will cost us in lives and material.
Esto es ofensiva, esto es misión principal, ¿eh?
Why have you waited so? Surely they get stronger while...
The answer to that should be obvious when you walk around the hut. While our production lines have made up for our losses in fighting machines, they can't do the same with people. And the death of Judicator Johann has left us with another issue. The shortage of a commander with real field experience.
What about you? Can you lead the attack?
No. That is far from my skill set. Logistics, defense, and interpreting Kalan's commandments are where my strengths lie. We need someone like you. An experienced commander.
Va, colega.
Someone who understands the Alps. What about you? You've seen the world. You must understand something of the Alps. Will you fight with us? Soldier or commander, we need people who've seen the world.
I don't know. My memories of those times are only fragments. Though I'm sure I was betrayed so someone could take my place.
No? Well, humility is an important trait in a leader. Or do you have another reason for not wanting to be considered?
If that is so important, why entrust it to someone who has just walked in through your doors? Do you always trust people so easily?
I trust my faith. And there is something about you that tells me you have a part to play in all that will come. Faith will show me the way. But perhaps you are intended for a different role. Will you go out as an ambassador to the free people? Speak to those who lead the other factions. Find me someone with experience. Someone independent. Someone who can lead. That in itself will give you a hand in shaping all our futures.
I will find you your experienced commander.
Good. Then go out to the other free people. This commander will be a symbol of the need for us all to work together. Be they separatist, berserker, or outlaw. Find someone with experience of leading troops in battle. Someone willing to risk themselves to stop the Alps. Someone willing to lead from the front by example.
You sound like you really believe we will find someone out there.
Faith and necessity sometimes breed hope. You should ask the leaders of the other factions if they will take on this role. If they decline, try their commanders. May Kalan and good fortune be with you. We must find an experienced...
Voy a intentar nuevamente, una vez más, robar aquí. Es que al ser un poquito grande...
Quit sneaking around, will you?
¡Ay! Jope.
Quit sneaking around, will you?
Nah. Al final para darme unos cigarros, tío. Vamos a ver aquí qué encontramos. Ah, vale. Esto sí que lo habíamos hecho. Vale. Voy a hacer una pequeña cuestión por si acaso hay alguna opción de poder entrar por la noche ahí a su... Vaya, el tío ese no se va de ahí ni de coña. Nada, que ven por saco, tío. Vamos a dormir hasta el nuevo día. Va, si llevamos media hora, tío. Pero bueno, estamos consiguiendo nuevas misiones, eso sí que es cierto. Vale, esto está aquí. Nada, tío, no hay nada. En la planta de arriba no hay más.
Those animals are just getting more and more dangerous.
No, no. I won't accept that.
¿Esto se le puede robar? No creo.
Too easy.
¡Ostras! No lo he visto. Joder. ¿Qué? Jope. Como sé que me va a seguir, pues al menos... Ah, no, mira. ¡Oh! ¡Mierda! A ver, ¿qué pasa si... A ver si... Vale, ya se han... Creo que ya están yendo por mí, ¿eh? Vale. Vamos a tener que volver a cargar la partida porque creo que se está complicando todo. Vale, y si me marcho... ¿Quién eres tú? Balder.
Kalan be with you. What brings you to me? Are you here to pay your tithe? Faith serves, Kalan.
Esto es por...
But as the highest suggester, I don't have much free time, as I'm sure.
I've had a report that you spoke to Eli, the prisoner. If you two made any sort of agreement, then you should forget it now. If he is going to complete his re-education, his spirit must be reforged. And I am not going to let anyone get in the way of that. He must be saved from himself. You understand?
Here, a report from the southern outpost.
So, they've got you playing messenger.
I ran up expenses on this job. I'll need those paying back.
This job wasn't supposed to involve expenses. But if they were incurred, they should be paid.
Suggestion?
The correction of those who have strayed from the path of the pure. As the High Suggester, I assist the minds and souls of the lost to return to Kalan's ways through suggestion. Kalan's will works through a skill all clerics must learn. The mind must be free from false teachings. The body pure, free of the poison of ELEX. Only then can we be at one with Kalan and his community. As a patriarch, it is my job to guide and advise. The will of Kalan clears the mind.
How do you clear someone's mind?
Through suggestion. We have developed technology, implants that allow us to guide the minds of others. It takes training, but it means we can bring people back to the pure path, or suggest to them that they do things that will assist us. It is an art that only the clerics understand.
Do you use suggestion on the other factions?
When necessary. But suggestion is a tricky art, and it is always better if you can persuade someone instead of manipulating their mind. That said, suggestion is a useful weapon when necessary. I wish we could use it freely on the Alps, but they have proven to be resistant. Some say it is because they are strong of mind, others that it is because they have been poisoned. But I think the answer is more straightforward. Their commanders are using an extreme form of brainwashing on them already. Their minds are already being controlled.
Molesto. ¡Ah!
I don't speak with criminals.
Vale, básicamente dice que no habla con criminales.
I don't speak with criminals.
Vale, pues eso que se haya enchivado yo creo que nos ha perjudicado. No voy a...
Hey, yes, you. I'm looking
Que
for some.
pensaba que era...
A whiny little.
Did you get
Look,
lost?
have you seen any outlaws around here? What? Who are you? What brings you to Ignadon? Look, I've traveled a long way, so please answer my questions and stop asking ones of your own. Or I am going to have to hang you from a wall by your testicles.
Get the hell out of here.
Why would you do something like that? Oh, shit.
Don't do that again.
No
Yes,
questions.
just
I just
leave.
want
Ahí va.
answers.
Yes.
Vale.
Just leave.
What are
Vale.
you doing here?
Parece que no podemos entrar ahí dentro, ¿eh?
And you couldn't have said that 20 seconds earlier. You saved your perfectly decent set of...
I don't speak with criminals.
Mola ahí entrar, pero ya veis que la cosa está un poquito complicada. Aquí parece que hay poco de donde rascar en serio, ¿eh? O al menos esa es la sensación.
I'm gonna keep quiet about that, no matter what they say.
Listen to your order.
Vale, dentro de lo que es aquí abajo me falta esa armería. A ver, un segundito, ¿eh?
You're to report to Reinhold immediately. I wouldn't hang around, I'd go there now.
Vale, eso es que tengo que pagar la sanción, que serán 200. Y bueno, hay que hablar con ellos y de eso. Reinhold, que no recuerdo ahora dónde está. De hecho, es que no tengo ni idea dónde narices estoy yendo ahora.
ELEX. They'll do anything for it.
¡Joder! Esto es grande de narices.
You didn't come here to pray, did you? I can spot the devout. And you don't look like you're here to ask for divine assistance, am I right?
You're right. I don't need assistance.
Ha! I knew it. You know, there is a reason why I wanted to talk to you. For all the thirst for knowledge in this place, people can be a little focused. They want logic, straight answers. They forbid anyone from looking deeper into things. And that's crazy. I mean, knowledge is wisdom. Wisdom brings you closer to Kalan. So what's wrong with getting some answers? Which brings me to you. I'm betting you have answers, and I'm betting you're the curious type.
Does Kalan approve of betting?
Yes. No. Who knows? I mean, some of those texts are hard to work out. Unless you just believe what people say they mean. But then I guess that's why I keep getting in trouble. So, are you going to help me?
Tell me your problem.
Have you ever heard of the prophet Arvid?
Yes.
I am surprised, but you probably only know the basics. But there's something about Arvid, something about those early works that doesn't make sense. And I can't work out why. But will they let me in the archives to study his writings? No. I sneaked in, they threw me out. I was lucky to avoid re-education. Concentrate on what's right here, right now, they told me. It is only possible to change the future if you draw the correct conclusions from the past, they said.
Claro, yo también quiero acceder al archivo, pero es donde no nos han dejado entrar.
So you need access to the archives.
No. Well, yeah, that would be great, but for now, I just need a book. All that I want is a copy of Arvid's teachings. There has to be a written copy, or a recorded copy somewhere. It's just not available to us out here. And that bugs me. So, do you think you can get into the archives and get it for me?
Como tengo carisma.
So, why don't you ask if you can work in the archives?
You think I haven't thought of that? I'm barred. Punishment for breaking in. And I've no idea when they'll allow me back. I would like to give you the following, in any case, before you are on your way. I am certain that I can get something from the recordings that will be of use to all of us. Then, maybe, I'll finally understand what our purpose is.
Why is this book so secret?
Because we are to serve Kalan in combat and not to interpret his words. They say we are missing the necessary vision to understand his divine message. But I would like to learn that for myself instead of having it spoon-fed to me. Maybe it's nothing, but I can't let it go.
What can you tell me about the archives?
It's a store of knowledge from before the comet hit, and it is where all information found in the rest of the world is brought. Our archivists are attempting to glean all sorts of information from the scraps of data we were able to retrieve from outside the Hort. The work is very time-intensive, so the archivists don't like it at all when people interrupt their work. So, they will have you thrown out if you manage to get into the archives without authorization.
I will get you the book from the archives.
Thank you. This is one mystery I can't...
Any suggestions for how I get into the archives?
I've been thinking about that, and there are 3 ways. You could watch to see when Carl, the guard on the archives, leaves his post. That might take a few hours, and I personally have never seen him leave his post. But hey, he has to move at some point, doesn't he? Or you could access the security console and put your name on the access list. But the simplest and most obvious solution is for you to join the clerics.
Eso es imposible.
Teach me something.
Yeah.
Vale. Este, por ejemplo, es personalidad, ratón de biblioteca, que se le tengo. Y si lo tengo, porque narices me deja otra vez subirlo. ¿Puedo subir otro nivel? Bueno, no sé. Practicante, bueno, más experiencia al completar misiones. Este, por ejemplo, sí me interesa. Aumenta el carisma. Ah, mira, reduce el coste de las multas. Como me van a meter ahora además una multa, pues oye. Vale, voy a ir al principio de todo. Vale, para como vamos a dejar ya el gameplay, que ya llevamos un montón, voy a ir otra vez a lo que es la puerta, que creo que voy bien por aquí. Vale, por aquí hemos estado y por aquí habíamos bajado, subido. No sé exactamente si era por aquí, creo que sí. Vale, y estando abajo, que es esto, yo debería seguir teóricamente por aquí hasta aquí. Más que nada por empezar tienda general, vale. Más que nada por seguir un orden, porque si no es que me voy a perder, porque esto es un montón de cosas. Entonces justamente en este momento lo vamos a dejar aquí. Teóricamente tengo que ir hacia Reinhall para pagar la sanción, ¿vale? Porque si no yo creo que igual incluso muchas vías de diálogo igual se me corten precisamente porque estoy aquí penalizado en esta ciudad, o estoy perseguido, dejémoslo ahí, ¿vale? Entonces no sé, tendría que buscarle, hombre, sería tan sencillo como incrementar esto y buscarlo aquí. Eva, Marta, Catedral, Maestro Armero y Sander. Sí, bueno, pues no sé dónde estará obviamente, pero bueno, estaría cerca de por aquí me imagino, pero bueno, en cualquier caso eso ya lo iremos viendo. Vamos a grabar por aquí ya la partida. Estaríamos en el gameplay número 125. Vamos a ver, 125. Espero que os haya gustado. Muchas gracias a todos y venga, nos vemos sin falta para el siguiente episodio. Hasta luego.